An expert from the prophecy, my book from the Divinity Within You by Emanuel Solaris, the unedited prophecy, copyright 2009. This is a timely time for the Lord of Hosts Melchizedek, who is in the book of Genesis, to come up. And why? Due to the coronavirus, which is one of the many things that is shifting the whole planet into up and love that is supposed to be. This is a very powerful moment to show the faith and take the position of your in the world by body, mind, and spirit. The coronavirus has been predicted, and total transformation has been dispensed by God since 2003 and before. The Lord of Hosts, I had no idea, but the message keeps unfolding as to what it means when He said, "Buildings will crumble and the temples will rise. Have no fear, but the New Jerusalem is here." Let go of all of those outmoded thinking and how you think it's supposed to happen. Those structured ways. The whole structure around you and your whole world has been accelerated. You find your time at times alone so that you can go ahead and reflect and be who you truly are, which is your God self with a capital S. Okay? I often type the capital S as a higher self. It is time to share and bring awareness to these truths. On chapter 6, I write, "The wedding cake of God." Awake anxiety and depression, which is what many people are experiencing now in this chaos. It's a need for the soul to calling to go deeper into itself and learning if you have not listened to it before. Okay, the soul is not the mind. The soul communicates to the mind, and the soul is now leading you into its desire. It got tired of making mistakes. It got tired of making mistakes, but of course, you fight with it. Just know and calm and get calm in stillness, and know that you are a divine creation and lovable, and that your soul wants is your best interest. And those in the position, I just recently heard someone say that the ego goes, but the ego is to be loved, and love it so much that it becomes into your own soul union. Okay, what you need to know is basic is you, in whatever way you can, is that the greatest way of the soulmate love is to loving your own soul. For the Almighty is really true, your true twin flame, who can birth two souls to meet if you're supposed to be in divine union. And this is the true soulmate relationship, anointed to become one. Each and every one of you has the ability to do so, thus can make room for one person. And if you have someone already grow on that one, and inevitably at times now there will be changes. And folks, this I wrote in 2000 and something, 2006, 2007, 2003. All good, just single call, devise multiple, and thus go energy, just like your energy groups. We're calling soul groups as well. Soul groups is those people around you. I mean, I don't have anybody, those people that are constantly in your life, and if you have repeated patterns with them until you break the cycle, because karma is over. We are now in the law of creation. We have been created out of original passion, not of original sin. Divine passion, divine creation, the divine desire for God to have a body, to have an experience of itself, and God is nothing but love. So it is obviously makes sense that, again, the souls that are volunteering, as painful as it may be to leave the earth, and it's been artists, and you've seen how many deaths have happened, whether to the coronavirus and before, it's been an accelerated path of growing. Okay, I have a lot of ground to cover here. You may wonder how many relationships come to you and throughout there were soulmates and it didn't work. It means as well, okay, out of those great preparations, those as well were relationships that came to test you, came to prepare you for what is to happen now. Okay, it is not he has negative energy or she has negative energy. It's just time to maybe get apart, come back together, and agree to disagree until you can come together. Don't hate anybody. Out of these great preparations needed to come for the one God of your dream. Okay, that time has ended, but we must now travel with our source and an attraction to what is whole and to our level. Are you ready? In other words, we must travel with our soul, with our God soul, higher self. Remember the previous message from the Lord of Hosts. There is nothing to fear. I am always with you. I am you. And when you point, the lands will tremble and you will build what you desire. In other words, what you come manifesting. The stock market falling, all these businesses closing, they're transitioning into something new. We're learning now, we may be taking 14 days, 15 days, 30 days, 2 months to restructure what hasn't been operating. The whole world is having to stop and say, hey, what are we doing? You know, at first, the common thing is to go, what do we do? We're afraid, and that word fear has been tossed around like, sometimes it's not fear, sometimes it's just, antsiness, because you want things to happen faster. But don't despair. On things that break, it has served its purpose, okay? And in your life to make room for the new. In the whole world, things are breaking, so you make room for the new. You especially, if something of meaning to you leaves, breaks or crumbles, it takes a new meaning and opens up a new void, a space for something new. So see, it's not so bad when what he's saying here is that don't dig into your how out where you trust. Weed out all this chaotic thing that you have going on in your thinking, because you're seeing the outer world and what's going on. But what's going to happen in the outer world is just yet to come. You don't know. It's God's way or the highway. It's just flow with it. This is part of your evolution, my evolution, our evolution. Anyhow, humbly, like I said, I didn't expect to be writing prophecy. It just typed through me in 2003 in the middle of the night. As you tune into your greatest self, as you will know, just follow a natural order. I'm pretty excited now. Cut the cake, and it says now cut the cake and enjoy the honeymoon, because the honeymoon will come. And the honeymoon is the time where you really enjoy this romance that you have with God. What it's talking about is speaking of loving yourself as God, and God created divine passion, everything that I've mentioned before. The Lord of Hosts said exactly like I will repeat it again. Buildings will crumble and temples will rise. Have no fear, the New Jerusalem is here. What this means is new establishment. Corrupt situations, governmental, financial, things that don't no longer work, systems of greed. They're alive and well. We have held weapons against one and each other, trying to solve things in duality. But the transformation has been an accelerated pace. Do you notice that we lose time? I noticed when I wrote this chapter, it says from 2006, 2007, 2008, look at yourself now, from then to now, how fast things are going, and time is but an illusion. You're not going crazy. It's because you're being united into a new paradigm, and eventually it will be peaceful and calm. And some people will listen. Some people will hear to the message of the soul. Some people will not. It's okay. But you will be able to still cooperate with each other or commune with each other, but not affect each other or not be affected by it. For you entirely temples. See, the New Jerusalem is about us united beings of original passion and creation. Not sin. We are to excel the elite few and take back our world and temple. As we temples of light, no matter how low you think you might be, we are purging and been purging it all to be here and now. The coronavirus or not, the prophecy has no fear, and the New Jerusalem is here. The New Jerusalem is where the whole story started. Okay, it's about a story. And the stuff that we hear that the elite will want to take over the world and all this kind of, no, but I'm sorry, but I believe source speaks last. But you sit back and watch and have faith and control yourself, shift your thoughts. The elite few and many more. We are inheriting the earth, says Lord of hosts Melchizedek. Since 2006, everything shifted in where we are today, and the prophecy I published is unfolding in many ways. It did when the banks went bankrupt. You have seen all kinds of systems fall apart, and now it's getting more intensified because it's getting to the total transformation. This is what I understand from what the message is reading from the Divinity Within You, and I dropped the book. But anyhow, I will put a link to the bottom of it. Melchizedek said that the banks, the monetary systems, it will all shift, and in a way that we can handle it. So, and that the stronger hold. And that the stronger hold, we on how way it has to be. Okay, it's the money system will all shift, and it'll be stronger than the strong hold than the way we have and how things should be. Flow with it. Notice that we have more online opportunities to work from home, enjoy our families, not do what we love. You know, the money is there. We're supported by both God, Melchizedek, and earth, the ground, the soil. I have a meditation which I recently record and want to re-record with music. I already have it out with no music, called Cleansing the Film Script of Your Third Eye. So you can start somewhere, okay? But this is deep stuff that I've been working. Okay. We're going to take this to say, okay, monetization will shift it in the stronger and the whole way to be, and because we are accustomed to, well, when you're accustomed subconsciously, but you're going to persist and insist that and allow your ego to predominate, you're going to, some are going to experience their personal Armageddon, but there is no need to, okay? There's no need to panic. That's why I'm here recording, because I have compassion and care for people. I love the work that I do when it comes to having to do with the world. And those are the preparations that are needed to come to the one. Okay? You need to honor your soul and listen to it carefully. If you have any questions, comments, just inbox me at Rev Joey Emanuel, a consultant page on Facebook. I will be doing a live there too, and basically, or putting this video. Please make comments and questions. I will be doing public speaking as well, so I'm open to that as we grow. I may have to, I know I'm going to have to re-edit, do a second edition of this book. Anyhow, because I feel it, and I've been hearing different things that I need to add to it. Okay, so anyhow, to take yourself deeper and higher, think carefully of the New Jerusalem, a new beginning. We have prayed across across the world on earth as it is in heaven, and we shall see exactly as it says the Lord of hosts. This is the golden age. Okay, she created you to be leaders, and your life is orchestrated by God's source of all states and ways of being. It does not discriminate. God needed a body, and the body is creation. It is It is experiencing the greatest time ever. This is a wonderful time to celebrate, not stay stuck in the pattern of fear and, oh well, I have to be punished like a little child. Be the adult child that you are and enjoy yourself. You know, play a game while you're maybe on quarantine or whatever, if that's what you're having to do. Or, you know, get yourself something. And I don't know why, but Divine Grace is playing in the background. Amazing Grace. It gives me chills. Anyhow, I'm sorry to hold. Anyhow, what you're experiencing is the greatest time ever. Hold on to yourself with a capital S, your higher self, and you are the one that allows things to be chaotic around you. You need not react. You're made of steel. You have nerves of steel. You have survived greater things than this, and that greater epidemics that killed. And we did not know how it was killing. You need not react to, and be in your space, be in your only space. Come back to you. It may be others around you that may get angry and not wanting to make the change or see the change that is being also called from within them, out of fear or jealousy of they want to be more like you and they don't know how to be you. If you're following your soul, you know, and it's a new awakening, an awakening at record speeds. All our senses are coming, excluding our sixth sense, our seventh sense. Is one of the things that I teach at the Temple of the I Am, at my classes, and from my heart. I did not know. I haven't read this book in a long time. Like I said, I automatically typed it, and I had to read it by myself. I just said type without. I've been automatically writing forever, and I didn't even know it. Okay. And this I dedicate also to my beloved Omiyan teacher and guru, because she taught me to always believe in myself. And sometimes when I didn't believe the things that would come through me, I would ask her, where is it coming from? And she would always tell me, who made you? The answer was obviously God. I'm sure she's watching now over me. For she was one that volunteered her life to go ahead and be on the other side and help us as an angelic. And they all go into different sacred missions, okay? So all those souls that are leaving now, that are volunteering their life, God bless them. And God bless us. That the awakening is manifesting at record speeds, and those leaving are dying. They have come to serve us as it was meant to be in God's eyes, as a circle of life. And more so than any veteran, more so than any veteran that holds a gun. I mean, those are good sacrifices to go ahead and sacrifice it for your country. But how can you now sacrifice for a country or any kind of world that is not really in agreement with everybody, that takes sides, that there's duality involved? Okay? These children of the new earth are smiling like my great-grandnephew. My great-grandnephew. These people, that are joyful, that come with the full knowledge, and you see this vast intelligence. And there are some that are already grown, crystalline, and so forth. Anyhow, this is the circle of life, okay? And we evolve. We are eternal. We don't just die and that's it. We continue on, okay? For those souls who are leaving, make room for the new and enlightened rainbow children, indigo and the crystal, and all combined with our new governors, the ones already in God thinking beings expressing full potential. See, they come with no subconscious programming, only the one that you give them as parents. But they have made it through regardless, because they have their own subconscious thinking, and once you nurture them and let them grow, they unfold. Just make sure that they're well taken care of, and I can teach your children how to hone in their desires and what they're experiencing. I can see, hear, and feel God in everything and in everyone. So they're expressing the full potential, and who express the pure intelligence of the Source God Almighty. You still have a chance, and everyone does on this earth. No one is exempt. I have asked you to come. I have been asked to come out and speak truth and reveal prophecy that is coming to pass. It is my choice on how I go about it. I am asked to speak about this on YouTube and on Facebook and all social media, and more than likely in person. Okay? If you want to buy the book and savor and remember all the prophecies and see how they're unfolding, that's what it's kind of like reading the Bible, or any kind of like scripture, the Talmud, the Quran. You really got to interpret the poetry and the humor of the titles, okay? And savor it slowly. It's a slow read. It's not like a fast read. And it also serves as an oracle. It gives you a message every time. It's time. So anyhow, I've been asked to speak out in public and YouTube, and subscribe to that YouTube. My Rev Joey Emanuel consultant page, Temple of the I Am, it says now. And you'll see my picture there, in violet, I think I am, with some silver in the background. Okay? So anyhow, the time is running. This is a total timing. While this coronavirus is appearing to be chaos, it is a transformation and prophecy of the Lord of hosts that is coming to be fulfilled. It has been deemed long ago that on earth as it is in heaven. If we're going to take the goddess Kuan Yin, she promised that she would not leave the earth when she was going to be enlightened. She refused to leave the earth until the last person was left crying. That's not included in my book, but I'm adding things that I have received along the line. You see how I have to amend all the pieces together. And if there's anybody out there that wants to volunteer to do a second edit, then that'd be wonderful. But anyhow, second edition. So, a total transformation and prophecy at hand. Take it lightly, my friend. It's not that difficult. Go within yourself and see how much you trust. Go watch yourself, observe yourself if you're going into a chaotic state. If you, whatever you are going through, whatever you're experiencing, then honor that fear, honor that crisis. But by all means, honor your soul. That is your soulmate. Your real soulmate is soul and self mate. Okay? It's one. With that, you can manifest anything. I, who just experienced the 12th ray and back that activation of the rainbow ray, the pearl, and I'm so honored still. Those are the hour moments that when I spoke to God, and many that I've spoken to before on this channel and different parts of the social media, Heavenly Spaces, Emanuel Solaris, the speaker of truth, the oracle. I've been called many things because I know that my gift is not really a prophet. Of psyche. It is the easiest way to describe it. And what I deliver is total truth. And it may not happen in my timing. It happens in your own source's timing, if you let it. One of the messages of that book, in one of my earlier chapters, was, where are we going if we let ourselves do? But at this point in time, we are being squeezed as a universal being. We, all of us, are being squeezed as a universal being to cooperate, or we will be taken out of this earth, so that we can serve on another plane of greater understanding. Maybe our lives are already given a break. The elderly that have passed, that we miss, and we will miss. Even my own mother, I miss her. I have had people pass, yet they live in our souls, and they connect. I like to connect on a regular basis. I would like to teach you how to connect on this plane, so that you too can live the prophecy. And ladies and gentlemen, celebrate this world. Be not in chaos. Be not in fear. Go within your soul. Ask it. Close your eyes simply. Or get my meditation, Clearing the Film Script of Your Third Eye, El Moria, by El Moria. It's on CD Baby and Amazon. And again, I will show you the book carefully. The Divinity Within You, by Emanuel Solaris Oriisis. And why do I have that name? I chose that author name. And I noticed that I did not put any picture because I didn't want the prophecy at the time. It was so much and so intense at the time. I didn't want anyone to associate the message with who. I'm just a simple servant, just like you. And I'm here to serve the world, and I'm here to serve God and the universe. And there is no right or wrong. Only you can create your own hell, which doesn't exist. Hell was in biblical time. A translation that I got was where they used to burn their garbage. We don't live in hell. We live on earth as it is in heaven. And keep building those temples and allow the buildings to crumble, for those old structures no longer work, whether outside of you or inside of you. The outside is representing the transformation. That tarot card, it shows that wheel of transformation. It shows so many different things. I see God in everything. I want you to do that too. Thank you. And the soul in me salutes the soul in you. May you have a wonderful week. May you have a wonderful future. And please like the video, comment, and follow, and then share with others, as I think that you might want to share that as well. Okay? God bless you, and namaste.